After producing the amazing HW100, Weihrauch brought out the HW110 as their second line of PCPs. It is lighter weight, it is more simple, it is made of plastic. It was the first airgun of any quality made of plastic. I wanted to wait a couple of years to do a review because, well, who knew how this thing was going to get on? Well, the answer is quite well. Anyway, let's go. So this is the carbine edition. One of the things that you'll notice about the 110 over the 100 is the improved shot count, where you no longer have that quick detachable bottle. The bottle has rid itself of the rear valve and as such has increased capacity for length, which is cool. Hence you get more shots out of the 110 as you do out of the 100. The barrel is also mildly shortened, although this has not affected accuracy at all. The stock is a rubber overmolded wood. You have a picked-in rail on top, which is good. I was vaguely worried when they brought a polymer gun out that if they put an 11mm rail on top and you got the stand of people just cranking them up as tight as they go, they were just going to end up crushing them, so if they put decent mounts on. The modern version, the originals had silver safety, which is ambidextrous, as this entire gun was built to be, and mag release. Now they are both black. That's quite a smart thing. The trigger, dare I say it, is actually a little better than a HW100's trigger out the box, although I do feel the HW100 with a little bit of work is vastly superior, or is mildly superior, or is more customizable and more personalizable. Things that I like about this over a HW100, and I suppose that's an important place to start. The weight is drastically decreased, so you're no longer having to buy aftermarket cylinders to bolt on there to lose weight and increase shot capacity, so that has been addressed. The style is more stylish than a HW100, and you can see when they brought this out, 4 years ago now, that they were looking to take a part of the market from other people that were producing very similar, say Air Arms S400s and BSA Ultras, designs of stocks, ambidextrous, proper, fashionable sporters. Obviously everybody didn't like the fact they made it out of polymer, and there was a lot of people that said that was going to be bad and who knew what would happen in the long term. As I said at the beginning of this video, that was me to a certain extent. However, having sold a vast number of these over that time, or knowing a lot of people who have bought them, actually they're proving amazingly reliable. I hesitate to say even a little bit more or less in need of services than a Weihrauch HW100, which is interesting. Which is also good because in terms of accessibility to this action, it is not as easy to service or repair. So the fact that it's more robust, the fact that it is perhaps less needy of a service is great. They have had some problems over that time. There was a small run, I think a couple of years ago, that had a little power issue. That was sorted. However, if you are buying one of these guns second hand, it might be worth chucking it over a chronograph just to see how it's getting on. If it was one from that period that wasn't sorted and rectified, well, we're allowed 12 foot-pounds, so you might as well have 12 foot-pounds. One thing you'll notice above this and between this and the HW100 is the magazine. For me, this is the big letdown for this gun. Everything else I like and can get behind and think it's just as good, if not comparable. The magazine system is inherently less nice. The HW100 magazine is extremely intuitive, 14 shot, nicely constructed, goes in the gun really easily, clips in beautifully. With this, you have to push this little lever up and then it pushes in. So it is not a nice feeling when you put the mag in, but maybe I'm being too picky, I don't know. But there's something about the magazine system on these that just doesn't fill me with as much pleasure. I wouldn't say that this is particularly an engineer's gun where the HW100 is, but it is very much a air gunner's gun. It is a shooter's gun, as we're going to go find out. Come with me, let's go have a few shots with it. So before we do anything more complex, let's shoot 10 shots, 30 yards, see how we get on. I put my jacket there because actually this is not the wisest, almost comfortable position. But I suppose field accuracy is as important as bench locked in accuracy at the end of the day. All right, So that first shot hit a nettle on the way through. This is going to go really well. You know when you start a group and it's going really well and you think, actually I'll probably better quit while I'm ahead? I am currently at that stage. 4 shots have gone really nicely. Yeah, oh well, it's all downhill from here. There is something disconcerting about the way this thing rotates its mag. It's literally, the magazine's the only thing that bugs me on this gun. The way it indexes, the way it goes in. And if you take it independently, it's fine. Yes, it's just from a different stable than the HW100. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. And it's still better than a lot of other mags out there, because at least the mag won't break. I pulled that magically. So we have first shot, when I hit the nettle and it went nowhere near where I was expecting. Then everything else went pretty much within the little fingernail size area, or sub fingernail size area. It's 30 yards away, or 30 meters away to be fair. Except that one, which I pulled as I was coming up through the target, and I just squeezed off that trigger bit easy. Another thing I've noticed about this gun is how forgiving it is. And over the course of using it and using other people's 110s, they are not that hard to be quite accurate with. You make mistakes, but you have to make a big mistake to throw a pellet a little way. Other than that, you can be on a wobbly jacket in a real proper stressed position, taking an uncomfortable shot, which is, to be fair, the reality of airgun hunting in small woodlands like this. And yeah, there you have it. I'm very happy with the accuracy anyway. I really don't have a bad word to say about it, apart from that magazine just doesn't do it for me. But apart from that, the rest of the gun is just so nice. Where it's that light, it's easy to carry, it's easy to hold, it's easy to shoot freehand, it's easy to use. It is a real shooter's gun. And perhaps that's where I do vary, is I perhaps depressingly fall into that. I would kind of halfway between a shooter's gun and an engineer's gun, which is where the HW100 rules. But if you don't want a Weihrauch HW100 and want something lighter and just as accurate and just as reliable, there's the 110, guys. Take care, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.